The following program is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. You can request podcast topics, enjoy exclusive RPG and video content, and more. Even just $1 a month gets you gameplay episodes a week early and makes you officially cool. Just like the Trash Elite, that's Rob and a guy from Ohio. Distribution KTL, DG, Drake Starstorm, Kitty Holbrook, and Passion Killer 711. Greetings and citations. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy.
Hello.
This is the first hot day this year. I am getting sweaty. I'm going to have a shower after this. But we've still got movies to go through. November and December. We're going to close out 1995 this episode. We're starting with Fair Game.
He's plowing through so much text.
This is the Mexican. Hold on. That's just the Mexican. That's just the cover for the Mexican. Except it's the other way. And there's a gun on the floor.
Yeah. As a ripoff.
Yeah, okay. Directed by Andrew Seip. Mexican came out way later. Screenplay by Charlie Fletcher. Stars William Baldwin, Cindy Crawford, Stephen Burkoff, who's a real Burkoff, and Christopher McDonald, who's a real McDonald. Follows police detective Kirkpatrick, who must protect lawyer Kate McQueen when she is targeted for murder by ex-members of the KGB with interests in a ship owned by a Cuban man who may lose it in a divorce case being pursued by McQueen.
That's so much. So much. Yeah.
That's the brief.
Why? Why are we putting so much stuff in here?
It was a box office bomb.
No shit. D.
Yeah, probably just D. I'm just going to put it at the bottom of D. You know what? I'd rather watch it than The Affair. That's not by much, though. Gold Diggers, The Secret of Bear Mountain, an adventure film starring Christina Ricci, Anna Chlumsky, Polly Draper, Brian Kerwin, Dinah Scarwood, and David Keith, who is a white guy with a really high voice. I bet I'm right. Set in 1980 in the Pacific Northwest, it follows two teenage girls who, inspired by a local legend, attempt to recover a fortune of gold inside a mountain. I've never seen this. It does have Christina Ricci in it.
It's probably like a fun kids movie.
Yeah, what's the reception here?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty overall good. I'm gonna say, while I don't care, we're gonna put it high, above all the sad drama movies. You know what? Let's find some gold. How's that sound? Home for the Holidays is a song and a family comedy drama directed by Jodie Foster, produced by Peggy Rajsky and Foster. The screenplay was written by W.D. Richter based on a short story by Chris Redant. The film's score was composed by Mark Isham, who is a controversial rapper. The film follows Claudia Larson, who, after losing her job, kissing her ex-boss, and finding out that her daughter has plans of her own for the holidays, departs Chicago to spend her Thanksgiving with her dysfunctional family. The film takes its title from the song of the same name. Film features an ensemble cast including Holly Hunter, Robert Downey Jr., Anne Bancroft, Charles Durning, Dylan McDermott, Geraldine Chaplin, Steve Guttenberg, Cynthia Stevenson, Claire Danes, Austin Pendleton, and David Strahan.
Is this it? Is this the fucking patient zero for the Hallmark going to her hometown and finding a guy who runs a Christmas tree shop movie?
Is it patient zero? I don't know. But it is a family comedy drama. So does she? Maybe. I don't know. Fly Back to Chicago Together. Yep, I guess so. It might be.
Okay, well, then it goes, whatever letter grade you were going to give it, it goes down one, because that framework of movie is poison.
Right, but without this, we wouldn't have movies like that sexy snowman golem.
You know what? That's actually a really good counter-argument.
Yeah.
I rescind. Put it where you will.
I bet this was probably fine. I'm going to put it in the I don't care D.
Just somewhere in the middle.
It sounds more watchable than Doom Generation. It's a lot of fucking, whereas this is a lot of, like, turkey.
That says a lot about you. That sentence.
Look, the internet is efficient. If I want to watch fucking, I'll watch the fucking. I want to watch turkey. That's harder to get.
I get it.
It's harder to get.
I get it.
Total Eclipse is a historical drama based on a play by Christopher Hampton, who also adapted it for the screen based on letters and poems. It presents a historically accurate account of the relationship between Arthur Rimbaud, who is Leonardo DiCaprio, and Paul Verlaine, who is David Thewlis. Warner Brothers has included the film in the catalog of the Warner Archive Collection. I guess that's
right?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. It's hard to say. It doesn't give me a Doesn't give me a thing. So who cares? I don't care. I don't want to watch this. I want to watch it more than not the Mexican. D tiers. That sound good for you? You know,
Sounds fine.
No, I think I want to watch Bushwhacker more. Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Oh god, the sequel. Oh god, no, the fucking sequel. The one with the rhino.
Jim Carrey reprises his role as the title character Ace Ventura, a detective who specializes in the retrieval of tame and captive animals that have escaped, who has been summoned to a fictional country in East Africa called Namibia to locate a missing bat.
He crawls naked out of a rhino's asshole, man.
I don't care. I didn't care back then. I never saw the original Ace Ventura. I don't. Do you have any attachment to this?
God, I watched it. I laughed, but I was a child. It would not be funny now.
I would rather watch it than The Affair in D tier. Is that fine with you?
Fine by me.
Okay. Carrington, about the future redneck comedian Rodney Carrington. No, that was a lie. A silly jape. It's a British biographical film written and directed by Christopher Hampton.
I'd rather watch the one you talked about.
I don't know that I would. It's about the English painter Dora Carrington, based on Leighton Strachey, a critical biography. It's about I don't care. I don't care. Who's in the movie? Emma Thompson, Jonathan Pryce. Oh, I like Jonathan Pryce. Stephen Waddington, Samuel West, Rufus Sewell, Penelope Wilton, Janet McTeer. That's a name.
Looking back on the original premise for Two Nerds Don't Go to the Movies, this is something we've discovered. This is a kind of movie you don't get anymore.
Good.
Agreed.
The only version of this movie I want is The Painter of Light. I forget the guy's actual name, but it was like a self-aggrandizing version, Thomas Kincaid, about how he's a genius and a mastermind, and he learned from the greatest. And he's the guy who paints those pretty villages, and you can see the light coming from the windows. He dubbed himself the Painter of Light. He scammed a bunch of money out of a bunch of people. The film stars Jared Padalecki as Thomas Kincaid. It's bad. That's the kind of autobiographical. That's what I want. I don't want this deep navel gazing, what a life this person had.
Shut up.
If it's about some painter nobody's ever heard of, you can do that with like a cool musician or, someone who lived an interesting life. But otherwise, I want it to be self-important and stupid and starring an actor who probably shouldn't be starring in that movie.
You want it to be interesting for itself.
I want it to be interestingly bad. Yeah. I want to laugh at it, not with it. And I certainly would like to laugh at all. I'm going to say the Jane Austen novel's probably better. Not the one where they ate a baby. That's fucked up.
Fuck, don't eat the baby.
Don't eat the baby. Journey of August King.
Oh boy. Yeah, again, just... in opening credits, in closing credits, that's what we have. Look at this. I'm upset.
It doesn't even tell me what it's about. Based on a novel.
Well, good for you, dog. We got nothing.
I got nothing.
We know nothing about this movie.
It features slavery. You know what? Slavery is wrong. F tier. Don't do slavery. That's what I say.
That's, what? Controversial take.
Why, though? Reckless is a black comedy directed by Norman Renee, based on Craig Lucas's 1983 play of the same title. Relentlessly cheerful and hopelessly optimistic, Rachel's seemingly perfect life is upended one Christmas Eve when her husband Tom announces he's taking a contract out on her life, but is having second thoughts about his decision to do so. We have Mia Farrow, Scott Glenn, Mary Louise Parker, Eileen Brennan, Deborah Monk, and Giancarlo Esposito. I
bet you Giancarlo Esposito plays one of the hitmen.
Maybe. We've got William Fitchner. He's probably also... Oh, no, it's Rachel's father. That sounds okay. I probably would never watch it. It sounds better than Doom Generation. What do you think?
Yeah, okay.
All right. The Crossing Guard. Independent drama
I want this to be about a crossing guard.
Co-produced, written, and directed by Sean Penn, stars Jack Nicholson, David Morse, Robin Wright, and Angelica Houston. Tells the story of Freddie Gale, a man who has been tormented for more than 5 years by his daughter's death in a car accident. When he finds out that the man who was responsible for the death being released from prison, he decides to seek vengeance.
There's like 9 of
This is what I want out of the first paragraph on a movie's
Yeah, this is a good blurb, but there's like 9 of this
Good
movie.
blurb.
This movie is...
Blurbing it up. Positive reviews, 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. Good blurb. I'm putting this guy high in C.
Just because of good blurb?
Below Clockers. Thank you for the blurb. The American President. Political romantic comedy drama. Directed and produced by Rob Reiner. Written by Aaron Sorkin.
Hold on. This is the one about a single president who's not married and he's got to find a lady? Or he decides to date a lady?
Yeah, to make him, to curry conservative favor.
To try and get reelected. I know this movie.
We've got Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, who is an environmental lobbyist, Martin Sheen, Michael J. Fox, and Richard Dreyfuss in supporting roles.
God, this probably sounds so Sorkin-y.
It seems like it's fine. I would say maybe high D. I'd probably rather watch it than Doom Generation. Doom Generation's a real watermark here.
Sorkin, the dialogue's gonna be good in this movie.
Yeah.
The premise might not be something you're interested in, but the dialogue will be good.
Do you think it should go higher?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So that's a high D. Golden Eye. Have you seen Golden Eye?
Yeah, it's really good.
It was really good. This is the first James Bond film not produced by Albert R. Broccoli, the inventor of broccoli.
Well, a new era.
Wow. GoldenEye is the first James Bond film after 6 years.
There's a gap.
Excuse me. It was released after a 6-year hiatus because of legal disputes. My bad. Pierce Brosnan, Sean Bean, Isabella Scorupco, Famke Janssen, Joe Don Baker, Robbie Coltrane, Alan Cumming. It's really good. We talked about the plot of GoldenEye in a Gauntlet episode, in which Jessica Fletcher helped me save the day.
There you go.
So A.
Hey.
I think A. I think it's a solid, cool spy thriller action movie. And I'm not really a big fan of those. So It Takes Two, American romantic comedy starring Kirstie Alley, Steve Guttenberg, and Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Taken from a song of the same name by Marvin Gaye, which is played in the closing credits. It focuses on 2 lookalike girls who meet by chance in a summer camp. One is an orphan, the other is a wealthy heiress. They decide to act as matchmakers for their respective parent figures. Storyline is similar to The Prince and the Pauper, and also The Parent Trap, kind of. Like, they just weren't together before. That's the only difference from The Parent Trap.
Yep.
I was not big into Mary Kate and Ashley.
Me neither.
I'm gonna say D. Where do you put the Babysitters Club? You know what? I'll put it below the Babysitters Club in C. Does that sound okay?
Okay,
it's probably really fun and cute.
And it's probably a fun kid movie.
I've seen Casino. You've seen Casino. We watched Casino together. Epic crime film directed by Martin Scorsese. This is the movie he left that other movie for.
Yep.
Starring Robert De Niro, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci, Don Rickles, Kevin Pollak, Frank Vincent, and James Woods. Follows Sam Ace Rothstein, a Jewish-American gambling expert handicapper, who's asked by the Chicago outfit to oversee the day-to-day casino and hotel operations at the Tangiers Casino in Las Vegas.
I liked this movie.
I've forgotten this movie.
I don't think this movie was terribly memorable.
It just sort of occurred. But since you remember it better, I will defer to you. C?
Mid-C.
Or are you agreeing with me in Spanish?
Yes.
I don't know what to do with that. Where mid-C, you got it. Oh. Frankie Starlight. Drama romantic war film. Let's see, based on the internationally best-selling novel The Dork of Cork by Ramo. Frank Bois, or Boyce, Writes a successful first novel and finds himself looking back over his life. His mother, Bernadette, was a French woman who, after the death of her friends and family in World War II, hid herself aboard an Allied warship heading to Ireland. Absolute absence of hijinks ensue. We have Gabriel Byrne and Pariloud, Matt Dillon, Corbin Walker, Rudy Davies, and Dearbaugh Malloy. I thought that said Molfoy.
I couldn't be less interested in this.
It had Frank. It has a great title.
We're currently actively podcasting. You're plowing through all this text. You're doing me a solid, so I don't have to try and read all this bullshit and the viewer.
Away. You're pretty far away.
And I was tuning out.
This sounds like an F. This sounds like a who could possibly care. What did they do in August King? Did they eat a baby in that one too?
I don't remember. No, that's the one that had no plot, I think.
Oh, that's right. Slavery is bad, so it's at the bottom of F tier. Last Summer in the Hamptons.
Oh, fuck you, man. I don't care.
Ensemble comedy drama. Doesn't matter if we care or not. We have to give it its due.
Well, no, I meant like that is me partially. I know where I want to put this.
This font tells me what kind of movie this is.
Shit, I don't. If you Summer in the Hamptons, we're not friends.
A family of theater actors, directors, and playwrights spend their last summer together at their matriarch's home in the Hamptons. This is the opening plot of the current season of Critical Role. Yeah, it explores the dark underbelly of the family. We got Victoria Foyt, Vivica Lindfors, John Robin Bites, Savannah Smith Boucher, Roscoe Lee Brown, Andre Gregory, Nick Gregory, so on, so forth. It isn't. Nobody cares. You can go hang out down here.
It's better than Slavery.
Better than Frankie Starlight, better than Slavery. Money Train. That's a bad name. Not as bad as
Holy
Money
crap.
Heist.
Look at that poster.
Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, Wesley Harrelson,
Wesley Harrelson, Woody Snipes,
Foster brothers who plan to rob the money train to pay off the latter's debt. That is to say, Woody Harrelson. Jennifer Lopez, Robert Blake, and Chris Cooper also star. Despite being a critical and commercial flop on release, it created a cult following over the years. I don't think so. I'm all right. I'm woozy. I'm wetty. I'm okay. It's better than all that shit. Not better than a giraffe.
I'm getting maybe three of these all at the same time.
It's just
too many.
Maybe they should put out better movies. How about that?
Look at this. I'm losing it, dog.
Nick of Time.
No.
Political action thriller. Produced and directed by John Badham and written by Patrick Shane Duncan. Stars Johnny Depp, Christopher Walken, Charles S. Dutton, and Courtney Chase. Taking place in real time, that's pretty cool. The film follows Gene Watson, missed opportunity to name him Nick Watson, a public accountant who must assassinate politician Governor Eleanor Grant in exchange for his kidnapped daughter Lynn's freedom. It was released theatrically in the United States by Paramount Pictures in November 22nd, 1995.
I'm so upset they didn't name him Nick. I'm so upset.
I think they just were taking the film seriously.
No, fuck you.
Mostly negative reviews. Yeah, you should have just...
Should have named him Nick. Turn into the skid. You have Christopher Walken.
Yeah. I don't know. This
taking place in real time sounds. That's it sounds. That's cool.
Yeah, I'd say High D. Better than Home for the Holidays. Anything better than Scarlet Letter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like that story.
All right. This is a tricky one. I'm not going to do.
Is it now?
Yeah. Toy Story. In case you live under some sort of rock, even if you are a baby, you probably know this film. This is Pixar's feature debut, directed by John Lasseter, written by Joss Whedon, Andrew Stanton, Joel Cohen, and Alex Sokolow, featuring the voices of Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Annie Potts, John Ratzenberger, John Rickles, Don Rickles, Tim Rickles, Fred Rickles, Wallace Shawn,
the whole Rickles clan,
Jim Varney, and Troubadour Rickles, the lesser-known Rickles brother.
I didn't know this was written by Joss. That makes sense.
It does. This was before he really fell off. Before every joke he knew how to make, the only joke he knew how to make was man falls into ladies' boobs. Toy Story was a good film about toys who are all secretly alive and a new toy comes in who doesn't realize they're toys.
Like, it's not a complex narrative, but it's good. It's heartfelt. It's fun. There's adventure.
I've seen it 4,000 times.
Oh, this was like a sibling's.
This was my little sister, who is in her 30s now. This was her film.
This was, yeah, you know what? That's fair. If there was a Doodle Bops movie, I probably would be pretty tight about it.
I'm pretty sure there is a Doodle Bops movie. But I can't argue that it's a spectacular film. Let me ask you this. Where would you put it?
Without the context, I think Toy Story deserves S tier. I think it is genuinely one of the best movies.
You know what? I can't actually argue with that.
In deference to your trauma, I'm willing to give it S.
No, I have to be real. I don't want to watch it again. I never want to watch Toy Story again.
That's fair.
It has been 30 plus years. I don't want to watch it again. The rest of the films that followed, more interesting.
I don't have for like a kid, but I never want to see Titanic again because like I've seen it a bunch.
2 Bits is a drama film starring Al Pacino, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, man, there she is again, and Jerry Barone. Title refers to the American slang term for $quarter.
2 Bits.
Fuck you. Why didn't we have that for Nick of Time? The title refers to the American phrase.
There's no rules for Wikipedia pages for movies. You can just do any old bullshit you want.
It is a hot summer day in 1933 in South Philadelphia where 12-year-old Gennaro lives with his widowed mother and ailing grandfather. His grandfather sits outside holding tight to his last quarter. Not even 2 bits. He has promised the quarter to Gennaro so that the boy can buy a ticket to a plush new movie theater. However, Grandpa's not ready to pass on the quarter, nor is he ready to die. He has some unfinished business with Luisa Spirito, a woman from his past, and enlists Gennaro to act as his emissary. This sounds almost interesting. Not quite. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much.
D tier somewhere?
Sure. I would just shove it in the middle and not think too hard. They didn't.
I put it. I don't even know where it went. I've lost it.
It's right above.
Oh, it went too high. No, don't go down. I would rather eat a quarter than Keanu Reeves. It's not better than the panda one.
I appreciate your attention to detail.
It's sugar time.
Oh,
shut the fuck up.
Oh, fuck. I'm going crazy, dog.
We're both losing it.
There's just too many fucking things to do at the same time.
Based on the 1991 book Romer, Man Against the Mob, the film focuses on the true story of the affair between singer Phyllis McGuire of the McGuire Sisters and mafia boss Sam Giancana, famous for his alleged connections to John F. Kennedy and Frank Sinatra. It stars everyone's favorite Hollywood darling John Turturro, Mary Elizabeth Parker, Elias Koteas, Maury Chaykin, he's back again, Louis Del Grande, Deborah Duchesne, and Larissa Laskin.
Big year for Elias Koteas.
Big year for Elias Koteas. It has no reviews, and the plot is meaningless. I don't know. It sounds okay. I would rather eat a lot of sugar than a lot of things here. I'm going to put it at the top of D.
Including Sad Drugs Man.
Yeah.
Next
I would
movie.
rather eat a lot of sugar than sad drugs.
There you go.
Next film. We're in December, guys. We're going. Things to do in Denver when you're dead. Crime drama film. Features an ensemble cast including Andy Garcia, Christopher Lloyd, Treat Williams, Steve Buscemi, Christopher Walken, Fairuza Balk, and Gabrielle Anwar.
Well, that's a cool it's a cool group of people.
It comes from a Warren Zevon song of the same name, the title does. Box office bomb, received negative reviews, with many dismissing it as a Pulp Fiction clone.
I like Pulp Fiction. What's wrong with cloning that? There's not that many of those.
There's a guy named Mr. Shh. It didn't make a lot of money. Roger Ebert said, on balance, I think it's an interesting miss, but a movie you might enjoy if A, you don't expect a masterpiece, and B, you like the dialogue in Quentin Tarantino movies.
I like both. That's me.
Yeah,
I don't expect a masterpiece, and I like Quentin Tarantino's dialogue.
I think we put it just below Kicking and Screaming. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's unburden ourselves in this drama
Fucking come on, dog.
Racism. Revolving around Lewis Pinnock, who is played by John Travolta, a white factory worker who kidnaps Thaddeus Thomas, played by Harry Belafonte. Yes, that Harry Belafonte, a black factory owner, for firing Pinnock over a perceived slight.
I don't want.
Why did we start running into the title is a well-known phrase inspired by the famous poem of the same title by Richard?
Yeah, what the fuck? No, so the same person wrote this.
They had to have.
The same person wrote this as wrote that other one. I'm all right.
It seems like it's an enemy mine, but like way worse. But Harry Belafonte's there. I'm gonna put it. Man, I don't want to watch this. I'm gonna put it the better than the rape movie, but that's just on the strength of Harry Belafonte.
And that's fair. I don't want to see this.
I don't want to see it at all. Wild Bill, that's a really cool poster.
That is a cool poster. Yeah. Holy shit.
Biographical Western film of the last days of the legendary lawman Wild Bill Hickok. Written and directed by Walter Hill and based on the stage play Fathers and Sons by Thomas Babe, who had a movie earlier this year, a couple episodes ago, where he did really well on a farm. And the novel Deadwood by Pete Dexter, who would not come along for a couple more years. And we see
probably unrelated to the show Deadwood that was later on Showtime.
I don't know, maybe not. It stars Jeff Bridges, Ellen Barkin, John Hurt, and Diane Lane. I bet this was well reviewed.
This 3 years in American history have gotten so many fucking movies made about them.
I think this sounds interesting. It was rated mid. I would maybe put it below that last film. Yeah. Not the actual last one, but the last one I got to see. Above the Babysitter's Club. Father of the Bride Part 2.
Never seen these movies, have no desire to.
Yeah, starring Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, and Martin Short. I like Steve Martin and Martin Short, but I'm not interested in the Father of the Bride franchise. It's a lot of family, silly drama, and I'm not really a huge fan of that in most cases. I don't think it belongs in F tier.
I feel no need to belabor the point, but D is where it goes.
D is where it goes. I'll put it above the thing that is not the Mexican. Our next film is Georgia. It follows a barroom punk singer played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who has a complicated relationship with her older sister, played by Mare Winningham.
That's a good poster. Look. All right, can I level with you, listener? Can I level with you, viewer? If you can see the poster of this fucking movie, there is a period of my life where that would have gotten me to watch the movie. That is a good poster.
We got Ted Levine as Jake. That's fun. John C. Reilly's here as Herman.
Johnny C!
The other Johnny C. So many Johns C. Jimmy Z as Clay. Smokey Hormel, the guy who makes those sausages. That's great. I hope I didn't just spit on you. I'm so sorry, my friend.
You didn't.
Okay, I'm glad. Georgia sounds all right. I'm going to say C. Do you think C?
Yeah.
I'm going to say above the Babysitter's Club.
I don't watch it now, but there's a version of me who saw that and went, oh, I'm watching this.
Yeah, it's got a good vibe. Oh, I messed up. Sense and Sensibility.
I'm out.
Yeah, me too. Wow. Ang Lee, based on the Jane Austen novel. Emma Thompson wrote the screenplay. Kate Winslet plays Eleanor's younger sister, Marianne.
I would rather watch Ang Lee's Hulk.
Yeah, I'm not a Jane Austen person.
It goes right with the other one.
It goes with the other one. We're going to belabor this. Right there. Okay, next film, Heat. A legendary film I have not seen.
It's excellent.
It stars Al Pacino and Robert De Niro with
I don't
Tom
think
Sizemore.
you'd like it.
John Voight and Val Kilmer in supporting roles. Follows a conflict between a Los Angeles Police Department robbery homicide detective played by Pacino and a career thief played by De Niro, while also depicting its effect on their professional relationships and personal lives. What I know about the movie is that women's asses do something to that man.
They do. It is a crime movie and a heist movie. This is almost designed in a lab for you not to have a good time watching it. It's also vaguely blue.
Sure is. Where would you put it?
I liked it. I think it's a good movie. B tier for me.
You'd say B tier. I'm going to honor the B. We'll put it above Powder just because that guy's, bad.
A weird man.
He's a bad man.
A weirdo.
Bad man. Jumanji.
Drake, you might say.
Directed by Joe Johnston. Based on the 1981 children's picture book. Film was the first installment in the Jumanji film series. It wasn't at the time.
The film is Jumanji. The others are installments in the Jumanji film series. You fucker.
Starring Robin Williams, Kirsten Dunst, David Alan Grier, Bonnie Hunt, Jonathan Hyde, and Bebe Neuwirth. It's about a board game that summons animals and Robin Williams and a big hunter, and it's scary. But like kids scary, not adult scary.
It's got cool spiders, and a kid turns into a monkey, and the floor becomes quicksand, and it's all great.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies from childhood.
Really? Well, where would you put it?
Fucking love Jumanji, dude. I'd put it in S tier.
You'd put it in S tier.
Yeah, I love Jumanji. Like, I loved this movie. I watched this movie a lot as a kid.
Could I beggar you down to the top of A?
I absolutely, yeah. Okay. No, I'm aware it's a childhood fondness.
Yeah. I don't think it's as good for adults as it was for us as children.
No, I don't think it would hold up. I wouldn't watch it again.
Don't want to leave the memories alone.
Pretty much.
Othello is about the board game where you move little white and black pieces and you try to capture pieces from the other player.
Oh, okay. I'm
reading here. It's actually based on William Shakespeare's tragedy of the same name.
Oh, you know what?
So
Easy mistake.
Yeah. Starring Lawrence Fishburne as Othello, Irene Jacob as Desdemona, and Kenneth Branagh as Iago. It's
probably good.
It's Othello. I'm not really familiar with Othello. I'll be honest.
Lawrence Fishburne probably does a good job.
Yeah. Largely positive reviews, especially for Iago. What do we want to do, Captain?
I wouldn't turn this on. Just see. This is a solid. This belongs in C because I would watch this if it was already on.
Like around Casino, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Someone out there is mauling because we put Mortal Kombat above Casino.
Good. Mauled.
Sabrina is a romantic comedy drama directed by Sidney Pollack from a screenplay by Barbara Benedek and David Raphael, remake of Billy Wilder's 1954 film of the same name, which was in turn based upon the 1953 play Sabrina Fair, stars Harrison Ford as Linus Larrabee, Julia Ormond as Sabrina, and Greg Kinnear in his first starring film role as David Larrabee. It also features Angie Dickinson, Richard Crenna, Nancy Marchand, Lauren Holly, John Wood, Dana Ivey, and Fanny Ardent.
Good for it.
It's romance.
I'm good. D.
John
Low
Williams
D, I think.
Composed, suffered from comparisons to the original version. I don't care. It's probably better than a lot of stuff that's here. I'll put it above the Feast of July. There we go. It's probably better than Carrington 2. Actually, it's probably better than Jane Austen ones also. We'll put it below Money Train. Magic Island by Paramount Pictures. Fantasy adventure comedy direct-to-video film produced by Moonbeam Entertainment, starring Zachary Ty Bryan, Andrew Divoff, Edward Keir, Lee Armstrong, French Stewart, Jessie Ann Friend. I would have named my child Jessie a Friend.
Yeah.
Oscar Dillon, Abraham Ben Ruby, Sean O'Kane, Shrek Harrison, and Jeanette Dubois.
This is an isekai.
Disillusioned 13-year-old boy. Mother is always at work. He decides to run away. His nanny convinces him to read a magic book about a pirate adventure, and he's sucked into that world. That sounds like it's all right, actually.
It's probably fine. I mean, it's probably bad.
No
reception. Being honest.
No notes on it. Direct-to-video, so yeah, it's probably not very good.
It's a direct-to-video kids movie about a kid being sucked into a magic book. It's probably not good.
Oh, it's probably better than Showgirls, right?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Nixon. Directed by Oliver Stone.
Is this the one where Anthony Hopkins plays Nixon? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins is Nixon. It's about Nixon. David Hyde Pierce is there. Powers Booth?
Meh.
Bob Hoskins?
I'm all right.
I'm sure it's really great. You know what? We'll put it up here next to the other really great films.
Just out of respect.
That are in D tier. I don't think either of us want to watch.
Fuck no, I don't want to watch that.
I want to watch Nixon. Balto. I was a little too old for Balto.
I've never seen Balto.
I was 10, but somehow a little too old for Balto. Produced by Amblin Entertainment. It's the story of the dog Balto, who helped save children infected with diphtheria in the 1925 serum run to Nome. Stars Kevin Bacon, Bridget Fonda, Phil Collins, and Bob Hoskins.
Oh no, that's an animated movie with a bunch of A-list actors as the voices. That's probably not a good sign.
I thought people loved Balto. Mixed reviews, so kids probably loved Balto.
That was not cast to be good.
Oh no.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. I've killed it. It's all gone.
It's gone.
I'm cursed by my own hubris. The podcast is ruined, and it's all my fault. We're at December. We don't have that much to rate. Where would you have put Balto? I would say low D.
Yeah, low D.
Low D.
We're just gonna have to do it live.
You're gonna have to do it old school.
You didn't save it. This is on you.
It's on me. I made such a big funny deal. I feel like the last time I was able to like temporarily save it, but whatever. Cutthroat Island. I've seen this poster a million times. I think I've seen parts of it on Comedy Central or something.
I'm aware of this movie because people compare it to Pirates of the Caribbean, but I have no interest.
No, it's a little too serious and a little dry. We've got Gina Davis, Matthew Modine, and Frank Langella. I would put it in high D, maybe. I was not impressed by it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so sorry, everyone. Dracula Dead and loving it.
This is no. Just watch Vampire in Brooklyn. Low D.
Yeah, low D. It's Leslie Nielsen is Dracula. It's just a send up, a parody of actually Dracula. It had some funny bits in the commercial. I'm sure they were the funniest bits. Grumpier Old Men is the sequel to Grumpy Old Men.
I don't like these movies. I've seen them. I don't like them.
I was never interested. I like Walter Matthau. I like Jack Lemmon.
A person I lived with when I was a child loved these movies.
I'm so sorry. D somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Sudden Death. Peter Hyams, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Powers Booth, Raymond J. Barry, and Dorian Harewood. It pits a lone fire marshal against extortionists who hold unsuspecting NHL players and fans for ransom during Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final and set payment milestones to coincide with the game's progress.
Wait, though, so they still play the game?
Yeah, I forced him to still play.
That's gonna get thrown out.
This sounds like it was fine. That's what you care about?
Yes, that's the only thing I care about.
All right. I would say maybe high D, low C.
Sure, why
this
not?
Could be good. It sounds like quite thrilling. I actually kind of like that they're forcing him to still play, whether it gets thrown out or not.
No, I mean it's a great narrative hook.
What if they're holding them hostage, but they don't know they're being held hostage? What if it's like, hey, we've got all these bombs on this building,
but they don't tell anyone in the arena?
No,
because it's before cell phones.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's much better.
All right, maybe solid C.
Maybe.
Tom and Huck.
This fun fact is the Tom Sawyer thing I grew up with.
I grew up with the Rush song.
Nice. Your childhood's better than mine.
We've got Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Brad Renfro. It's Tom Sawyer. Was it? What do you think? Where would you put it?
I barely remember it, if that tells you anything.
All right, probably D. Probably in D tier. Waiting to Exhale. I've heard this is pretty exciting.
Heard a lot of really good things about this. I've never seen it.
Oh, directed by Forrest Whitaker in his directorial debut, starring Whitney Houston and Angela Bassett. Adapted from the novel the same name by Terry McMillan. A bunch of other people in the cast. Original music score by Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Story centers on 4 women living in the Phoenix metropolitan area and their relationships with men and one another. It's Sex and the City before Sex and the City. Not well received by critics. That's weird because I've only heard good things about it.
This feels like the fans like it.
Yeah. It's not my thing.
No, I would put this in D tier, not because I think it's bad, but because I don't think I'd have a very good time watching it.
Yeah, high D, I would say. 4 Rooms, anthology, farce, black comedy film. Quentin Tarantino is involved, so is Robert Rodriguez. Story is set in the fictional Hotel Monsignor in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve. Tim Roth plays Ted, the bellhop and main character in the frame story, whose first night on the job consists of 4 very different encounters with various hotel guests. This sounds worth a watch.
Yeah, this Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino, it's probably funny.
Yeah, you got 4 little mini things. That's fun.
This is the Pulp Fiction.
I would watch this. I would probably high C, I think.
Yeah, high C.
All right, Richard 3. I have not seen Richard 1 and 2.
I really wasn't expecting this movie. I was just expecting it to be like a classic Richard III. Apparently, no. They went adaptational with it.
Yeah, it adapts the William Shakespeare plays story and characters to a setting based on 1930s Great Britain, with Richard depicted as a fascist plotting to usurp the throne. Ian McKellen portrays the title character as well as co-writing the screenplay.
It's probably really good. Robert Downey Jr. did it?
Jim Broadbent, Annette Bening. You know what? I'm not... Oh, we got Maggie Smith as the Duchess of York.
No, this is probably great.
This is probably pretty good. I like the Romeo and Juliet Baz Luhrmann adaptation.
Yeah, I mean...
And this has got a similar vibe.
Yeah, I don't... This feels like it'd be fun.
Was it regarded well? Or did people like it? Well reviewed by critics. I would put this in
Nominated
B.
for, I believe it won some awards. Nominated for an Academy Award.
Sight unseen, I'd put this in B.
Yeah,
That's pretty
same.
solid.
This looks really good.
12 Monkeys is a film I was very curious about when it came out.
I have seen 12 Monkeys.
Have you? Is it good?
It's a fucking ride.
Where would you put it in the list?
I'm not going to tell you too much about it because
Okay.
you may watch it at some point, and if you don't already have spoilers,
I don't.
it's a weird film. It has a strangely similar premise to another movie that came out around the same time that I can't tell you what movie I'm talking about without giving you major spoilers for the film 12 Monkeys.
Somehow I've gotten this far and I don't have spoilers, so
I will say B tier,
B tier?
and pretty solidly middle B tier. This was quite a fun movie from that I remember.
For the listener portion of our audience, this is starring Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, Brad Pitt, and Christopher Plummer.
Wildest performance by Bruce Willis. He is not similar to other stuff I've seen him do.
We've got Dead Man Walking. This is about The Undertaker's theme song. No, that's a joke. It's a joke, guys. It's a crime drama starring Susan Sarandon and Sean Penn. It's sister Helen Prejean, played by Sarandon, establishes a special relationship with Matthew Poncelet, played by Penn, a character based on convicted murderers Elmo Patrick Saunier and Robert Lee Willie. He's a condemned prisoner on death row in Louisiana, and she visits him as his spiritual advisor after corresponding with him. I love Susan Sarandon. I don't want to watch this.
I've never given a shit about anything I've seen Sean Penn do.
That episode of Friends was all right.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Mr. Holland's Opus, I have seen. Do you?
Me too.
You have, okay. For the audience, this was starring Richard Dreyfuss in the title role of Glenn Holland, a dedicated high school music teacher who attempts to compose his own music while struggling to balance his job and life with his wife and profoundly deaf son.
I would like to say this movie is absolutely the kind of movie that if I hadn't seen it would get low D because it sounds like something I don't want to watch. But having seen it, I actually quite like it.
It's A, if not S. It's what made me fall in love with William H. Macy.
Which should let you know that D tier does not mean we think it's bad.
No, not necessarily.
I would not choose to have watched this if it were presented to me now. But I have seen it, and it's really good.
It's really powerful, moving film. I might even watch it today. Like, it's just, it was a really well done movie.
I don't disagree.
We've also got Glenn Headley, Olympia Dukakis, and Jay Thomas in there. Really, really good film. That one John Lennon song still makes me a little choked up to this day because of that movie.
Yeah, not because of John Lennon.
No, nothing to do with him. Restoration is a historical drama. This is our last movie of 1995, based on the 1989 novel of the same name. It stars Robert Downey Jr. as a 17th century medical student exploited by King Charles II, shot in Wales, won the Academy Awards for art direction and costume design.
Homie had a lot of movies where he was English.
Yeah, and dealt with a king. I don't think this sounds very interesting to me.
No, D.
Ooh, Sam Neill,
Ian
David
McKellen,
Thewlis, Meg Ryan, Hugh Grant, Ian McDiarmid. Wow. You know what? I wouldn't sit down and turn this on, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's say low.
Strength of cast.
That's a good cast.
Gets a C.
All right, guys. Again, I'm so
Everything
sorry.
fell apart.
I'm so sorry I deleted the list. That's really, it's a good punchline though. This show's about comedy.
Nothing's permanent.